I hope I am audible. Good evening. Okay, fine. See, students, today we all will be starting or discussing an important chapter of English grammar, that is determiners. To understand about determiners, you must know what are determiners first of all. There are several categories of determiners. We will be making it an interesting session. I'll be explaining and then some exercises. You need to be active throughout this so that you can understand it clearly, and further you need to understand and take the session till the end. If you leave in between, as a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. So we will talk about determiners. See, first of all, what are determiners? Determiners are the words which are used before nouns. So you all can easily categorize what are nouns. Nouns are the name of a person, place, animal or thing. So उन लोगों की क्वांटिटी और क्वालिटी बताने के लिए कुछ वर्ड्स यूज करे जाते हैं जो नाउन्स की क्वांटिटी और क्वालिटी बताएंगे. So the words which are used before nouns to fix or define the noun, अच्छे से क्वालिटी बता रहे हैं नाउन की, उन वर्ड्स को हम क्या नेम करते हैं? We name those words as determiners. Moving ahead and discussing about it, see, there are different categories of determiners: possessives, ordinals, distributives. Firstly, we will be talking about these three. Now, the determiners are just like adjectives. The only difference is that of determining and qualifying. The adjective, students, qualifies the noun. ये कितना ब्यूटिफुल है, कितना टॉल है, तो उसकी क्वालिटी को एनहेंस कर रहा है. बट डिटरमाइनर्स आपको बताते हैं कितना है, क्या क्वांटिटी है बेसिकली. तो क्वालिटी बता रहा है तो इट इज एन लाइक एन एडजेक्टिव. जो नाउन की क्वालिटी बताता है वो एडजेक्टिव होता है. जो नाउन की बेसिकली क्वांटिटी बताता है, डिटरमाइन करता है, वो डिटरमाइनर्स होते हैं. सो दे आर समवॉट लाइक एडजेक्टिव्स. सो द डिफरेंट कैटेगरीज ऑफ डिटरमाइनर्स आर possessives, ordinals, distributives. Possessives, only 7 possessives are there. 7 possessive determiners. What are they? My, our, your, his, her, its, their. Secondly, if we talk about ordinals, ordinals क्या होते हैं? Ordinals basically numbers होते हैं. As you can see, first, second, next, last. There can be different numbers, twice, thrice. All these are ordinals, numbers. Even definite number, fixed number है तो वो ordinal है. Now next, if I'll talk about distributive. Distributive is each, every, either, neither. These are the 4 distributive. Today we will be talking about where we can use these distributive. There are different categories. We will not be talking about all the categories in just one session. We'll have different session so that you can clear your concept. I hope you have memorized these words. These all words are termed as determiners. Moving ahead, we have some more words which will help you to know more about determiners. The next category is quantifiers, numerals, and articles. So if we talk about quantifiers, they tell us about the quantity. So that is much, many, some, any, several, enough, little, all, no. All these words are quantifiers, जो हमें क्वांटिटी के बारे में बताते हैं. Then next, if we talk about numerals, we have 1, 2, 10, 100, 1000 जो numbers बताते हैं. And the last is articles. A, N, the. You all know about articles. So these all come under the category of determiners. We will be discussing broadly about quantifiers and distributive determiners today. Now I am having an interesting game for you all. See, there's a puzzle, and as soon as you will see the puzzle, you have to just think, search it, and it contains all the determiners. So, see, here I am presenting a puzzle. Can you see? I have written 1 to 13 numbers. So, you have to just search various quantifiers or determiners which we have just now studied. I have told you several names. Now you have to search the names and tell me. See, whenever we are getting interesting towards something, we understand it better. So this will enhance your skills and you will understand it better. Only 1 minute for the entire game. You can just name the line number. It's written on the left and you can tell the word which you can find in that line. Hurry up. I'm just repeating different names which we have discussed and you have to search. It can be there in this column, or the word puzzle, the word search, it cannot be there. Hurry up, hurry up. The different determiners which we have discussed. Okay, great. I'm started getting the answers. Interesting. Great. This, that, these, those, any, some, few, many, all, several, each, every, either, neither, some, little, enough, much, all, whole. These are our determiners. Hurry up, hurry up. Perfect. Great, great. You all are making it great. There is either, neither as well. Search it. There somewhere either, neither, lot, and the. I have created it specially for you so that you all can have an interesting and fun session as well. You need to tell the line number where you have found it. Okay, 1 minute is all about to over and we have to study a lot as well. So hurry up. We will just find some of the determiners. In the first line, very good, we have most. Okay, and great. Hurry up. In the sixth line, we have never as well and every. Okay, we, more, either, neither. Getting it? Great. Fine, fine. So you can find out many. There are many in it which I have created just for you. We, so this will just not increase your interest but will help you to memorize the different determiners. So we will be studying all about the determiners today. Keep on searching. You still have many. Yes? There is little as well. Hurry up, hurry up. Can anyone tell me where is another? There's somewhere another. Fine, very good. Many, So there are different words which these are all our determiners. So moving ahead to the next slide, lot we have given 2 to 3 minutes. Yes, great. So now the very first and the most important word we will be talking about sum. हम सोचते हैं where to use the word sum. See, sum is used in affirmative sentence. Affirmative sentence क्या होते हैं? जो positive sentences होते हैं. Normal sentences can be basically categorized into 3 categories: affirmative, negative, and interrogative. So if we are talking about what sum is basically used in different situations in different cases. So the very first is when sum is used in affirmative sentences and it denotes both number and quantity, and some means a few, a little. कुछ हमारे पास जब होता है I shall buy some books, some girls are still writing. So these sentences are positive. Not is not used in these sentences. तो जिस सेंटेंस में not use नहीं होता, what do we use? We use some, and some represents both the number and the quantity. Moving ahead to the next rule of sum. If I'll talk about the next rule of sum is also used in interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences क्या होते हैं? Question sentences. But when it is used in interrogative sentences, when we accept a positive answer, means the answer will be yes or a positive one. For example, will you have some more tea? थोड़ी सी और टी लोगे तो जिसका आने का आंसर प्रोबेबिलिटी पॉजिटिव हो, इन दैट केस वी यूज सम. कुड यू लेंड मी सम पेन? सो अगेन interrogative sentence where the answer is expected in positive sense. Moving ahead to the next one, sum is used in negative sentences or the negative questions which accept the answer yes. अब some negative questions में भी यूज हो रहा है, बट जिनका आंसर yes में टर्न आउट होगा. सी, डोंट यू हैव सम मनी? सो द क्वेश्चन, अब कोई ये तो बोलेगा नहीं मेरे पास मनी नहीं है, ऑब्वियसली कुछ तो होगा ही, तो आंसर yes आएगा. और जब आंसर किसी क्वेश्चन का yes टर्न आउट हो रहा होगा, सो विच डिटरमाइनर वी विल यूज सम. Won't you give me some books? क्या तुम मुझे कुछ बुक्स नहीं दोगे? ऑब्वियसली देंगे, चाहे एक ही बुक दे. सो द आंसर व्हेन इट इज कमिंग अप इन yes और पॉजिटिव सेंस, देन वी यूज द डिटरमाइनर सम. Okay, now the opposite of sum is any in case of determiners. Where sum was used in affirmative sentences, we will talk about any. Any is always used in negative questions which accept the negative answers. Is there any tea in the teapot? So we are asking a question. क्या कोई कुछ टी है टी पॉट में? नहीं, नहीं है. Have you solved any question so far? नहीं करे. So the questions which will give the answer in negative sense, or the answer is about to come negative. Have you done your homework? No, I haven't. So in that case, what we have to use? We have to use any. The next one, any when there is some doubt. जब श्योरिटी की सिचुएशन नहीं है और डाउट है, वी विल यूज द वर्ड एनी. इफ देयर इज एनी डेंजर, ब्लो द विसल. अगर कोई डेंजर हो तो डाउट है कि डेंजर की सिचुएशन हो सकती है, क्रिएट हो सकती है. इफ यू हैव एनी डिफिकल्टी इन सॉल्विंग द क्वेश्चन, कम टू मी. सो बेसिकली इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट, you can come to me. So in the cases of doubts, we will use the word any. Moving ahead, see, any follows hardly, scarcely, prevent, without, and if. There are certain words after which we have to write any. For example, as you can see, there is hardly any water in the picture. कुछ ही पानी है पिक्चर में. They reached there without any difficulty. पहुंच गए बिना किसी डिफिकल्टी के. तो जो वर्ड्स हैं without, hardly, after these words we write what? We write any. For example, if I talk about, if you need any money, I will help you. Okay? So you need to remember the words. Now, any is also used in the phrase as means no matter which. For example, in any cost, at any rate, on any day, at any hour. So किसी भी केस में जब ये सिचुएशन आपको नोटिफाई हो, किसी भी केस में, किसी भी रेट पर, किसी भी दिन, किसी भी घंटे, किसी भी आवर में, तब भी आप क्या यूज करेंगे? एनी. यू मे कॉल मी एनी टाइम. आप मुझे कभी भी कॉल कर सकते हैं. नो मैटर वॉट इज द सिचुएशन, विच इज द कंडीशन, यू कैन डू दैट थिंग एनी टाइम. शी कैन कम एनी डे शी लाइक्स. जब उसका मन करे, कोई नहीं रोक रहा है. सो नो मैटर विच इज ऑल्सो द कंडीशन ऑफ एनी. नाउ here is the exercise which is all about you have to fill some and any. आपने अभी तक सिर्फ some और any के रूल्स डिस्कस करे हैं हमने, और अब आपको करेक्टली जस्टिफाई करना है जो हमने अभी तक समझा है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, द वेरी फर्स्ट fill in the blank is there are dash children outside the room. So see, you have to fill only between the two, that is some or any. Yes, the very good answers by the students. There are some children in the school, because obviously it is denoting what? It is denoting an affirmative sentence, and when we are talking about affirmative sentences, we have to use some. Have you dash question. अब वो पूछ रहा है क्या तुम्हारे पास कोई क्वेश्चन है. अब इसका आंसर पॉजिटिव में आएगा या नेगेटिव में आएगा? नेगेटिव में. एंड नो, मेरे पास तो कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है. और जब आंसर नेगेटिव में यूज होता है, वी हैव टू यूज द डिटरमाइनर, एंड दैट डिटरमाइनर इज एनी. हैव यू एनी क्वेश्चन. थर्ड, please give me dash water. Now they are asking you to give water. So what will be the answer? Yes, please give me some water. The fourth one, if I'll ask, has he bought dash dress? Now you have to see, वो पूछ रहे हैं क्या आपने कोई ड्रेस ली. अब ऑब्वियसली इसका आंसर पॉजिटिव में आएगा, और व्हेन द आंसर इज इन पॉजिटिव, विच डिटरमाइनर वी यूज? यस, वी हैव टू यूज सम. सो हैज ही बॉट सम ड्रेस? ग्रेट. ओके. और इट कैन बी नेगेटिव टू. क्या आपने कोई ड्रेस ली? सो इन सम सिचुएशंस बोथ कैन वर्क. Next, he can't find dash banana tree. Now it is a negative sentence, and it is very easy. What we have to use in negative sentence? Perfect. We have to use any. So he can't find any banana tree. I could not get dash notebook there. Now since there is not, what determiner would be used with not? Yes, any. I could not get any notebook there. So these were the some questions or fill in the blanks related to some and any. And I hope the different rules are also clear when we have talked about some and any. Now the next category we will be talking about is the three: little, where to use little, where to use a little, and where to use the little. लिटिल, अ लिटिल और द लिटिल कहाँ कहाँ पर यूज होता है प्रॉपरली, आपको पता होना चाहिए और हम उनके बारे में ही गो थ्रू करेंगे. लिटिल मीन्स हार्डली एनी, प्रैक्टिकली नील, कुछ भी नहीं होना, एंड इट हैज़ अ नेगेटिव मीनिंग. लिटिल का नेगेटिव मीनिंग होता है. आई हैव लिटिल होप ऑफ माई सक्सेस. मुझे खुद पता है जो मेरे कॉम्पिटिटर्स थे वो बहुत ज़्यादा थे या बहुत ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग थे, तो मेरे को जब पता है कि मेरा कोई होप ही नहीं है उस चीज़ का, तो आई विल बी यूजिंग द वर्ड लिटिल. आई हैव लिटिल होप ऑफ सक्सेस. सो वेयर इज लिटिल यूज्ड? व्हेन देयर इज हार्डली एनी और प्रैक्टिकली नील और नेगेटिव मीनिंग. नेक्स्ट, देयर इज लिटिल मिल्क इन द जग. बहुत थोड़ा सा मिल्क है. ही हैज़ लिटिल इन्फ्लुएंस ऑन हर. बहुत थोड़ा सा इफेक्ट पड़ा. सो लिटरली व्हेन इट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द नेगेटिव मीनिंग, in case of negative meaning or nil, we have to use the word that is little. Next, if we talk about a little, firstly we have talked about little, now we will be talking about a little. A little कब use होता है? A little means some but not much. It has a positive meaning. There is a little milk in the jug. कुछ मिल्क है, ज़्यादा नहीं है बट है. तो जब पॉजिटिव सेंटेंस में यूज़ हो रहा हो, पॉजिटिव सेंस में यूज़ हो रहा हो, वी विल बी यूजिंग द वर्ड अ लिटिल, बट व्हेन इट इज़ यूज्ड इन नेगेटिव सेंस वी विल बी यूजिंग द वर्ड लिटिल. सो अ लिटिल मीन्स some but not much and it has a positive meaning. See, there is a little milk in the jug. कुछ ही है पॉजिटिव सेंस में. देयर इज अ लिटिल होप ऑफ विक्ट्री. कुछ चांसेस हैं कि हमारी विक्ट्री हो जाए. एंड अ लिटिल नॉलेज इज अ डेंजरस थिंग. थोड़ी सी नॉलेज किसी बारे में, पूरी नॉलेज ना रखना, वो भी गलत है. आपको आधा काम करना आता है और पूरा काम करना नहीं आता और गड़बड़ कर दो, तो दैट्स ऑल्सो नॉट गुड. अ लिटिल नॉलेज इज अ डेंजरस थिंग. This is a proverb as well. So remember, a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Next, we will be talking about the little. So we have talked about little, a little. The third category is the little. The little means not much but all of that. मतलब सिंपल सा, मेरे पास जो था वो भी गया. जब कुछ नहीं था तो लिटिल लगाया, लिटिल यूज किया था. जब कुछ था तो अ लिटिल यूज किया था. अब जो था वो भी चला गया किसी भी रीजन से. इन दैट सिचुएशन वी विल बी यूजिंग द लिटिल. सो यू मस्ट नो वेयर टू यूज लिटिल, अ लिटिल एंड द लिटिल. सी, द लिटिल, आई गेव द बेगर द लिटिल मनी आई हैड. जो थोड़ा बहुत था वो भी मैंने किसको दे दिया? बेगर को दे दिया. The cat drank the little milk the Jack had. अब जैक के पास थोड़ा सा मिल्क था, वो भी किसने ले लिया? कैट ने ले लिया. The little information I had was true. थोड़ी सी थी और वो कैसी थी? सच्ची थी. तो जब थोड़ी सी सिचुएशन हो, not much but all of that, जितनी भी थी उतने का ही सिचुएशन हो, the little. So now, since we have talked about little, a little and the little, a simple exercise which will help you to revise कि कहाँ पर अभी तक आपने जो rules पढ़े हैं, where to use little, where to use a little and where to use the little. So, I have, hurry up. I have dash influence in the political field. जब ज़्यादा इन्फ्लुएंस ना हो, और जब ज़्यादा नहीं होता तो हम यूज़ करते हैं लिटिल। तो आई हैव लिटिल इन्फ्लुएंस इन द पॉलिटिकल फील्ड, थोड़ा सा ही इन्फ्लुएंस है मेरे को पॉलिटिकल फील्ड का। नाउ देयर इज डैश होप ऑफ हिज रिकवरी, ही इज सीरियस। नाउ द सेइंग, अब उसकी रिकवरी का कोई स्कोप नहीं है क्योंकि वो सीरियस है, वो समझा रहे ही इज सीरियस। व्हाट इज द दीज वर्ड डिनोटिंग ही इज सीरियस, कि उसकी कंडीशन अच्छी नहीं है। सो आउट ऑफ दीज थ्री, लिटिल, अ लिटिल और द लिटिल, विच इज यूज्ड इन द नेगेटिव सेंस, कि कुछ, दैट इज practically nil. So practically nil and negative meaning is shown by again little. So now there is little hope of his recovery. बहुत थोड़ा सा ही होप है। क्यों थोड़ा सा ही होप है? क्योंकि वो सीरियस है। थर्ड सिचुएशन, she had donated property. अब उसके पास जितनी थी उसने उतनी प्रॉपर्टी भी डोनेट कर दी। सो करेक्ट, शी हैड डोनेटेड द लिटिल प्रॉपर्टी। फोर्थ, शी हैड स्लेप्ट एंड फेल्ट बेटर। सो शी हैड स्लेप्ट, वो सो गया, डैश एंड फेल्ट बेटर। सो इट इज गिविंग अ पॉजिटिव मीनिंग, कि उसे बेटर लगा। और what do we use in the case of positive meaning? Yes, hurry up, send me the answer of the fourth one. Which among the following is used in the case of positive meaning? Yes, a little. A little is used in case of positive meaning. She had slept a little and felt better. Dash knowledge is a dangerous thing. So I right now told you dash knowledge is a dangerous thing. Yes, जब पूरी knowledge ना हो. So that in that case again, a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Okay, sixth one. Please wait dash, I am just coming. So in this case you have to wait a little, the little या little, I am just coming. So means you need to wait for some time, and some or ज़्यादा time, not much, basically means a little. So what we will be writing, please wait a little, I am just coming. थोड़ा सा wait करो, I am about to come. Next, I have no milk left with me. I have already given to cat the milk dash milk I had. अब उसके पास कोई मिल्क नहीं है। जो मिल्क था बचा हुआ वो उसने किसको दे दिया? उसने कैट को दे दिया। तो जब हमारी सिचुएशन ऐसी हो, not much but all of that much has also been given to someone, we use, yes, we use the little. Now it might seem to you कितनी easy exercise है, but since we do not know where to use what, we often make mistakes. So for that you need to know more about the rules and practice more about it. The next category which we will be talking about is few. See, where is few used? Little, which we have discussed, was for the quantity. Quantity और number में फ़र्क होता है। कुछ चीज़ों को हम क्वांटिटी से मेजर करते हैं, केजी में, मिल्क हो, शुगर हो, ऑल दीज आर क्वांटिटी. बट इफ़ आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट नंबर्स, मेडल्स हैं, फ्रेंड्स हैं, बुक्स हैं, ऑल दीज आर काउंटेड इन नंबर्स, एंड व्हेन वी काउंट देम इन नंबर्स we use the thing, we use a determiner few. So few basically denotes what? Few denotes the number of persons or things. So few कब use होता है? few means not many. जैसे little का negative meaning था, ऐसे ही few का भी negative meaning है. Exactly little की तरह है, बस little quantity के साथ use होता है और few things or persons के साथ. So if you're talking about the very first example, few boys win scholarship because the boys are countable, and for countable things we will be using few. I have few friends in the city. कुछ friends हैं. He makes few mistakes. Mistakes can be counted at how many wrong spellings you have written or how many times you have done the mistake. So he makes few mistakes. Next, I had read few books of Shakespeare. कुछ ही पढ़े हैं, ज़्यादा नहीं. I have read not many books. So when basically not many is coming in your mind, you need to use what? You need to use, in the case of not many, few. Moving ahead and talking about the next one would be a few. Now it's just like a little. A few means a small number and not many in a positive manner. Meaning, so it is again used in a positive meaning. जैसे a little positive meaning में use हो रहा था, similarly a few is also used in positive meaning. So a few means a small number, not many, and it has a positive meaning. He makes a few mistakes. ज़्यादा नहीं, but थोड़ी बहुत कर ही देता है. Next, a few boys can write English well. कुछ, ज़्यादा नहीं, but कुछ. So it is having a positive meaning again. I am going out for a few days. कुछ दिनों के लिए मैं बाहर जा रहा हूँ. So when we are talking about the positive meaning, we use the determiner a few. The next determiner which we will be talking about is the few. अब the few कहाँ पे use होता है? The few means a small number, not many, but all of them. जैसे मैंने अभी समझाया था, few use हुआ negative के लिए, a few use हुआ positive के लिए. The few उस केस में use होगा जब आपके पास कुछ है और वो कुछ भी चला जाता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मेरे पास कुछ ही अच्छे फ्रेंड्स हैं और वो सारे पोलाइट हैं, तो द फ्यू, कुछ जो मेरे पास हैं. अच्छा, मेरे पास कुछ पोएम्स थी और वो बहुत पॉपुलर है. सो द फ्यू इज यूज्ड फॉर ऑल द थिंग्स. जो था मीन्स अ वेरी स्मॉल नंबर, नॉट मेनी. सो द फ्यू फ्रेंड्स आई हैव आर गुड, वो अच्छे हैं. The few poems that she wrote are very popular. कुछ ही लिखी हैं बट वो बहुत पॉपुलर हैं. I shall give you the few books I have. जो मेरे पास हैं वो भी आपको दे दूंगा. So the few is used in case of very small number. Further, we will be talking about fill in the blanks with few, a few and the few. Since we have discussed the rules of few, a few and the few, we will be discussing about the exercise dealing with these three determiners only: few, a few and the few. So the very first sentence is, it is the work of dash month. So it is talking about a positive sense. And among the three which you can see on the top, which of the following is used in case of positive sentence? Which gives you the positive meaning? Yes, not many. ज़्यादा महीनों का नहीं है, थोड़े सा ही है. तो जो not many को define कर रहा है वो word होता है a few. Not many basically means what? It basically means a few. So it is the work of a few months. He will come back in dash days. कुछ ज़्यादा दिन नहीं. Again, it is giving the impact of not many. So he will be back in a few days. The next one. I have read all dash novels I had. अब उसके पास जो थी वो पढ़ चुका है. So we know very small number, not many, but all of them, जितनी भी थी उतनी पढ़ चुका है. And when we are talking about all of them, we have to use yes, perfect, great, the few. Next, dash people can speak English correctly. Now we are again talking in a positive sentence, and there are not many people which can use English or which can speak English correctly. So when we are talking about not many, as we have discussed in the case of not many, yes, we use the determiner a few. A few people can speak English correctly. Next, I have invited all dash friends I have. अब जितने भी थे उसके all of them, उन्होंने सबको बुला लिया. So I have invited all the few friends I have. जो भी मेरे friends थे मैंने उनको बुला लिया. Great. Moving ahead to the next one. Many. अब many क्या denote करता है? Many denotes a number of things or person. Many takes a plural noun and a plural verb after it. Many क्या denote करता है? Number of things or persons. कितने ज़्यादा लोग हैं. Okay? So, and you always need to understand, after many we will have a plural noun or a plural verb. Plural मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा. So many people were hurt in the accident. Many means lot many. We have plural after it. Were है ना people. Next, there lived many birds. So after when we have a plural verb or a plural noun, we use the determiner many. There lived many birds in the tree. How many people, how many players are there in the room? So when we have plural verb and a dash in front of it, we will be using the determiner many. And basically for countable things we use many. Next, many in some cases replaces a number of or plenty of. In some cases, many replaces a lot of or a great of or plenty of. कितने सारे हैं, कितने great हैं. Have you read many books? Many की जगह ये भी हो सकता है have you read a lot of books? So a lot of is being replaced by the word many. Similarly, in situations where there is a great of or plenty of, the determiner replaced is many. Okay, the next one is much. Now, as many is used for countable things, much is used for quantity. कितनी quantity है? 2 kgs, 3 kgs, 4 kgs. So whenever some milk, so when we are talking about quantity or basically uncountable nouns, we use much. Much emphasizes a large amount and it is used with uncountable nouns. He did not speak much English. English is not countable, obviously. It is an uncountable noun. So we will be using the determiner much. She gave me much advice. I have much to do. So when we are talking about uncountable nouns, we use the determiner much. So this was just a clear description about where to use much and where to use many. And here we have the exercise with us, which you all will be solving and telling where to use much and where to use many. You haven't dashed time if you want to catch that train. Yes, perfect, Vanshika. See, perfect. You haven't much time if you want to catch that train. The next, he hasn't very dash money. Yes, he hasn't very much money. Perfect. The third one, you have not dash minutes to spare if you want to catch the train. Now specific minutes are given and minutes can be counted. So with the case of countable things, we use many. You have not many minutes to spare if you want to catch the train. Now, how dash cigarettes do you smoke in a day? So, cigarettes are again what? They are countable. So, again, how many cigarettes do you smoke in a day? So, the answer would be many since it is countable. So, with the countables, we have many, and with the uncountables, we have much. Now, whole. Whole means the entire complete set, a whole. For example, and it is basically used before common nouns. I hope you all know what are common nouns: doctor, engineer, where we cannot specify a particular one. We use whole. For example, staff. The whole staff was invited to the tea. Sabko. When we are talking about a complete category. She sold the whole milk. Milk is again a common noun. The whole class is present. Class is again a common noun. I took a whole jug of milk. So when we are talking about the complete entire thing, we use the determiner whole. Next, all. When is all used? All can be used both for quantity or number. So a determiner which can be used both for both the things, that is all. All the apples are rotten. जितने भी थे सब. Manoj drank all the milk. जितना भी था. All the boys are present. All the mangoes are sour. So we are talking about the complete entire category and denoting the number or everything. We are talking about all. The next is we are talking about each and every. See students, each and every denotes all the members of a group of persons or things. If we are talking about the members as individuals, अगर मैं एक particular हर एक जने की बात कर रही हूँ, then I'll be using each. But if I'm talking as a complete category, then I'll be using every. For example, if I talk each of the student who has joined the live session, so I'm pointing to each one of you, every one of you is, so in that case we have to use each. Now if I'll talk about every, when is every used? When I'm talking about the entire, but not pointing to any single individual. So every is used to make a general statement about all of them, and each when we are marking up as an individual. For example, each boy of the class was given sweets. So everyone, we are pointing to everyone. Next, the two girls had each a book. दोनों के पास each one book थी. Everybody will die one day. So it's a general statement. हर किसी को ही मरना है. मैं हर एक पर्टिकुलर को इसमें पॉइंट नहीं कर रही हूँ इंडिविजुअल की तरह. So we have used every in this case. India accepts every man to do his duty. So every man is again a general statement. हर एक इंडिविजुअल को पॉइंट आउट नहीं कर रहे हैं, एक जनरल स्टेटमेंट दे रहे हैं. And for general statements we use every. The next is either and neither. Either and neither refers to two persons. Obviously it is always used when we are talking about two persons or two things, but usually indicate only one of the two. Preference would be given to only one. For example, there are trees on either side of the road. दोनों साइड रोड के क्या हैं? ट्रीज है. सो when we are talking about two persons or things, we use either. You may take either of the two books. इन दोनों में से जोन सी लेनी है ले लो, बट टू में ही चॉइस है. टेक ईदर हाफ. दो अगर पिज्जा को मैंने हाफ में डिवाइड करा, टेक ईदर, कोई सा भी हाफ ले लीजिए. सो व्हेन द कंपैरिजन और डिविजन इज अमंग टू पर्सन्स और थिंग्स, वी यूज ईदर एंड नीदर. The next is both. When we have to use both, he held on weight in both hands. Both is used to talk about two persons or things of the same kind. जब दोनों चीज़ें बिल्कुल सेम हो, we use the word both. Both Manish and Puneet are good boxers. So we are denoting both of them and in the same situation कि दोनों ही good boxers हैं. एक अच्छा एक गंदा नहीं, दोनों का सेम ही सेंस हो. Then we use the quantifier or the determiner both. The next we have is enough. Now see, when we use enough, first enough is used before uncountable nouns जो count नहीं हो सकते, और plural nouns, and to say that there is as much of something as is needed. जितना चाहिए उतना ही है. He was not getting enough bread. ठीक है, उसे उतनी जितनी चाहिए थी उतना ही मिल रही थी. It had enough rooms to store all the enough information. उसमें उतनी स्पेस थी, उतनी enough quantity थी जितनी वो store कर सकता था. The next and the last determiner which we will be talking about today is several. Several कहाँ पे use होता है students? Several usually indicates imprecise number that is not very large but more than two. कोई perfect number नहीं दे रखा आपको कितनी बार, but दो से ज़्यादा बार. In that case we use several. For example, we had seen the Taj several times. More than two times we have seen, more than twice we have seen, but we do not know the perfect number. So we will be using several. There were several reasons for this. Several means बहुत सारे reason हो सकते हैं, दो से ज़्यादा भी हो सकते हैं. And so imprecise numbers we will be using the determiner several. Now I'll be ending up the session of the determiners with the several as the last quantifier. There are different categories which we will be discussing in our next sessions, but I have an interesting puzzle for you. Do think of the puzzle and answer it in the comment section. You need to think of a 6-letter word in English language which has all the letters in alphabetical order. That means आपको ऐसा word सोचना है जिसमें alphabetical order में हो. That basically means that S must not come before P, because usually in alphabet S comes after P. So it must be in the alphabetical order. Think of a word and comment it in the comment section. So thank you for joining the session and giving your precious time. And at last I would like to say, be stronger than your excuses. You always have excuses for your statement, but you must be stronger than your excuses. Then only you will be able to do better. So thank you. Take care.